In previous video, we have seen that how the discoveries of cells happened because of the invention of microscope. And the microscope invention was not stopped. It went and then in 1940, electron microscope was invented. And the electron microscope was more advanced, and with the help of this electron microscope scientists came to know that the cells are made up of some subparticles, subcellular particles, materials. And in today's video we will see what is this cell made up of. So welcome back in Gyan Yatri Rupraj. So today topic is what is cell made up of? What is the structural organization? What does it contain? So mainly the cells which it was found in the electron microscope, this cell is consist of a outer covering that is called plasma membrane. Then Robert Brown already discovered it has nucleus, so nucleus also is there, and then cytoplasm. And in cytoplasm there are some subparticles, substructures or compartments are there, and that is which we call cell organelles. So these things we will discuss, but in today's video we will cover only the plasma membrane, then we will cover the nucleus and including cell wall. So first we will discuss the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane, as I have already said, it is the outer covering. So we can say this plasma membrane is giving protection from the outer environment. So it is separating the cellular components with the outer environment. Now if it is separating it, then how the connection is making with the cell, because cell is connected with another cell, right? Plasma membrane is an outer covering. This is a selectively permeable membrane. So this is a selectively permeable membrane. Now what is this selectively permeable membrane? Selectively permeable membrane means it allows entry or exit of some selective materials. So what is the structure now? How this structure is allowing selectively permeable membrane? How we can say that? So if we see the structure, this is made up of, the plasma membrane is made up of lipids and proteins. So plasma membrane is made up of lipids and proteins. Now if we see the structure, so this is the structure of plasma membrane, or we can also call this plasma membrane cell membrane. And this is lipid structure, bilipid layer, and this is protein. So through this protein only the selective materials get transferred, right, inside the cell, or it comes outside the cell in the environment. Like this cell membrane allows the entry or exit of the materials. So I have said that through this protein the materials go in or out. But how does this happens? How does the substances move in or out? Is there any something scientific procedure, phenomena, law? Yes, there is some scientific phenomena, law, and this is what we call law of diffusion. Now what is law of diffusion? Law of diffusion means any substances, any molecules, any materials, it always move from higher concentration to lower concentration. So law of diffusion, this water also follows this law of diffusion. how it follows, how it obeys, that thing we will see. First I will rub this one. So this law of diffusion, as I said, the water also obeys this law of diffusion, and this process which where this osmosis we call, where the water follows the law of diffusion. Now what is osmosis? Osmosis is the movement of water molecule from higher concentration to lower concentration. Yes, higher concentration to lower concentration, that is what we call osmosis. Or else we can also say that this movement of water molecules, which is also depends on amount of substances. For an example, in osmosis also depends on amount of substances present in water. So in this, how the osmosis happens, wherever this depends, that is I said amounts of substances, it is based on, in here the higher, which will have higher water concentration, from there it will transfer to the lower water concentration. So depends on the substances, amount of substances. If amount of substances is in higher water concentration, means amount of substances is very less, and in lower water concentration means amount of substances are more. So what will happen, the water will travel from higher water concentration to the lower water concentration. Next, we will see cell wall. Cell wall is only present in plant cell. So it is only present in plant cell, right? Other than plant cell also it is present in bacteria, fungi, but here we are discussing only about the plant cell. So cell wall, which is it is actually, as it is present in plant cell, it is present as outermost covering. Outermost covering means the plant cell, the cell wall is present in outermost region, and then inside that the plasma membrane are present, right? So inside that plasma membrane are present, that's why it is outermost covering. And this cell wall is very rigid structure, right? Rigid structurally, so it doesn't change the shape, the structure, right? It remains as it is. And another thing, the cell wall is actually rigid because of it is made up of a carbohydrate called cellulose. It is made up of cellulose. Yes, it is made up of cellulose. That's why it is very hard. It is very rigid. Now, the cell wall, as because from outer environment the materials has to enter into the cell wall. That's why the cell wall has a passage. The cell wall has a passage, and this passage is known as plasmodesmata. So through this passage, it is passage present in the cell wall. So through this passage, the entry exit of materials takes place, and then in plasma membrane, selectively permeable, as it is selectively permeable, it happens. Now sometimes what happen, as I have said, due to the change, cell shrinkage or swelling up, when the cell gets shrink, means the plasma membrane will get shrink. That type of process is called plasmolysis. Plasmolysis means it is the shrinkage of cells. Now what happens in plasmolysis when cell gets shrink, due to which we find the cell wall remain as it is, but the plasma membrane, due to the shrinkage, it comes very closer, right? This thing happen opposite also. When the swelling of cells takes place, this is what we call deplasmolysis. Now due to swelling of cells, it exerts pressure in the cell wall. It exerts pressure in the cell wall, but the cell wall remain as it is. For an example, it becomes swell up. Now it is trying to increase more in size because of the swelling up. So it exerts more pressure, but the cell wall resists this, and because of that, in animals the shape changes, but in plants the same shape remain as it is because of the cell wall. So this is what the cell wall. Now we will see the nucleus. Nucleus, yes, the Robert Brown, who has discovered it. Nucleus is the control room of the cell. So we can say nucleus is the control room of the cell. Now why it is control room of the cell, that we will see, right? First we will see the structure. First we will see the structure of the nucleus, then we will come to know why it is control room. The nucleus is composed of nuclear membrane, and this nuclear membrane is double layered membrane. Yes, it is double layer membrane. Two layers are there. This nuclear membrane has small pores over it, right? So this nuclear pore is beneficial for the transfer of materials. So it transfers the materials to cytoplasm from inside of the nucleus, right? What type of materials now? This nucleus contains the important thing, the important material, right? One and only, the chromosomes. Yes, these chromosomes, not chromosomes get transferred, but these chromosomes are present. We will see this. The chromosomes, this chromosome is composed of DNA and protein. DNA and protein, but it is mainly made up of DNA. The chromosome is mainly made up of DNA. Now the DNA, yes, the DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. This deoxyribonucleic acid is the information, inherited information. Means this DNA only get transferred from one generation to another generation, then another generation, and it carries the information, it carries the inherited information and get transferred to other generations also. Because of this, we get similarities from our parents, we get variations, so many things are there which we will discuss in class 10. So this is what the DNA having the main function, it carries the information, inherited information. And the gene are the functional DNA, the functional DNA. Now what is this functional DNA? Gene is nothing but DNA only, but the DNA which is in functional. Now for understanding this, I just want to say this DNA is actually forming RNA, and then this RNA give proteins, and this protein, this is the material which is getting transferred to the cytoplasm. So this protein is getting transferred out in the cytoplasm, and because of this protein, whatever structural, functional working or properties is going on, because of this protein only. That's why this is gene are known as functional DNA. So the gene only can produce the RNA and then the protein. So this is from today's video. So we will see you in the next video. Do subscribe, share, like it, and we will meet you in the next video.